Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another Super Soda Bros podcast. As always, it's one of your hosts, Caleb.
And I'm your other host, Luke.
Now, Luke, we had some issues last time we sat down to record.
We don't have
Um,
to talk about it.
okay, yeah, we're here. It's a bright, sunny day.
We don't have to.
It's a bright, sunny day. Well, actually, it's not bright and it's not sunny. It's actually
No,
almost 7 p.m. on Saturday.
it's
So,
the illusion of brightness.
oh yeah.
It's not real brightness, it's fake brightness. I'm trying to.
What do you mean though?
My microphone was coming out low, so I'm trying to test it again.
Well, that would
Baba
be
booey,
that would be
baba
an
booey,
issue.
baba booey, baba booey. Baba booey, baba booey, Okay, we're good. We're good. No worries.
Microphones having issues because of things that happened.
Yes, technical difficulties on our end.
Not necessarily today. Wink,
No.
wink. But we're not talking about it. It's fine. It's great. It's awesome.
It's hunky dory.
hmm But not Dory, Nemo.
Ah, Hunky Nemo.
Ooh.
Buff Nemo, the new cosplay.
Yikes.
Oy. Orange.
How have you been, man? It's been a couple minutes.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 weeks because that's how we do the podcast.
2 weeks ago we had Justin. That was a long show.
Yeah, that was a really long one. So, let's see. Let me go. So, in the 2 week update is a handful of things.
He's got a list.
I don't think I told anyone about this, but for kind of sort of Valentine's Day gift, kind of sort of not really. Christine bought me an upgraded processor and graphics card for my PC, so now I can pretty much play any game on Ultra and get really good FPS. So I'm very thankful for her to buy me that as a gift. So I have a GTX 1650 for sale, and then a Ryzen 3 processor if anybody wants it, for those two viewers out there. Another side note is that I don't know if I talked about it in the podcast, but for those who know, we had a 2000 Subaru Forester for a year and a half or so.
Yeah, there's a picture of it right there on screen.
Kind of hard to tell because it looks like it's too bright, but whatever. We had it for about a year and a half, and we ended up selling it to a guy out in Maine because my absolute dream car, very affordable, absolute favorite dream car, was popped up on Craigslist, which is funny because we also bought the Forester on Craigslist. So,
Oh, cool.
for those who don't know, Craigslist does not sell a lot of cars anymore because there's a fee to post. But now I feel like it's still decent if you look all the time because I found my. Oh, it's not gonna load.
Oh, it's blurry. There.
It's too bright. Hold on.
Yeah, we can see.
You can kind of see. It's a 2004 Volkswagen Jetta 1.8 turbo 5-speed manual. So that was my big thing. I didn't want the little 2 liter engine that's NX. It's got like 100 horsepower and it's 0 to 60 in 15 years. So I was looking for the 4-cylinder turbo, the four-cylinder turbo diesel, or a VR6, which is like makes cool noises. But I found this one on Craigslist with 101,000 miles. Bone stock, because usually kids get them and they just do all the stupid cheap mods and they end up like wrecking them or not taking care of them and keeping up on maintenance. They have all sorts of issues. But this one was technically one owner in a way because it stayed within the same family. So like somebody bought it and then he sold to his brother, and then he sold it to his uncle, and then I bought it from that uncle's son.
Okay.
So it's kind of stayed in the same tree of people. Whacked my knee. But yeah, I found that. I just registered it the other day with a Vandy plate, and
I'm worried.
I was going to do something that would be kind of Volkswagen related. So a couple options were in it'll be MK4, which is Mark IV. So when I say MK4, it just means Mark IV because that's the style of Jetta. So it was like Mark IV Kid, Mark IV Kids, or Mark IV, but 4 being Roman numerals and stuff like that. And then one of them was Jetta, but with the New England accent, which is Jedda instead of Jetta, which because it's 2 T's. And then I'm like, but I kind of want to do something funny. So I was typing up a whole bunch of different like funny ones online. I typed in like different like foods and flavors and stuff like that. So I was typing in like bread, pretzel, waffle, bread foods. And I'm like, none of these are working. I'm like, whatever, I'll try the last one. I tried pancake. Pancake worked. I'm like, I have to do it because it's the last one. All the other ones are taken. So I ended up getting a vanity plate, just pancake, because I think it'll be really funny. Because if you did something like Mark IV Kid, people are like, whatever. But anybody who sees pancake, they're like, haha, funny. So I did that. I didn't want to do like a typical like go with the whole car scene kind of thing. I wanted to do something funny.
Yeah, that's really funny and really cool.
So I just have to wait for the state to mail me the vanity plates because they have to like custom make them and stuff.
Yeah.
Because usually at the town clerk and stuff, they just have like a big pile of plates. So when you register a car, they just give you plates and you're good to go. But since it's custom, they have to send it to the state and then they have to make them and approve them and stuff like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yep.
Very cool.
I'm kind of excited about that. So technically, they gave me a temporary plate, so I can like put it it's like a paper plate, so I can put it on and still drive it around. So I might take it out next week a little bit to practice manual again.
Paper plates are for food, Luke, not cars.
Yes, I know. That's what they gave me though. That's what my tax dollars are going towards.
But you're not supposed to. You're supposed to keep that in the kitchen.
I know. But they said, hey, it's pancakes, so here you go. Here's a paper plate.
That's true. They want to share the love of pancakes.
She thought it was kind of funny. She's like, pancake? I'm like, yep, all the other bread items were taken, so I'm with pancake. She's like, huh. I'm like, I thought it was kind of funny. She's like, interesting.
That's super cool, man. Glad to hear that. But
I'm excited. I can finally do all the mods I wanted to do. I'm not going to do them, obviously, as a 14, because I've wanted this car pre, learner's permit and stuff like that. So finally be able to have one. I can actually do stuff to make it, not the crap box that people make them. Because everybody goes, oh, Volkswagen, oh, turbo noises. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll hear that stuff, but I'm not going to turn up the boost to 25 pounds and blow the turbo. And it's going to be this is my baby car. Like, this is like, unless I find one that's in even better condition for a really good price, I would keep a Jetta over my Audi.
Ooh, those some words you're saying there.
Well, this has been like my dream car. It's like if Christine ever got like her Nissan S15 from the 90s or S14 or whatever from the 90s, or like a mint condition lifted Avalanche, she would be like, I can't get rid of it because it's like my favorite car. So
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm super excited about it. Kind of sad seeing the Forester go because it was a good little car, and I sold it. Pretty much all the money I put into it, I kind of added back to the original cost. So I spent maybe $400 into that car over a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And
you got that $400 kind of back through the sale?
No, I mean I spent more than $400 because I bought wheels, I bought suspension, I did coil packs, plugs, suspension components, fuel neck, and all that. So I spent a lot of money on general repair. But I ended up selling the car for $600 more than what I bought it for.
Okay, I got you.
So I sold it for this much. I bought it for this much, but I sold it for this much even after all the money I spent into it. So basically, it was kind of a free car. Like it was a $200 car.
Mm-hmm. Whoa!
So I got my year's worth out of it. So I'm like, you know what? This car did me good. So.
And that doesn't happen too often either.
Usually you lose money when you resell a car.
Yeah, even if you put stuff into it, so that's kind of lucky.
Well, it also depends. Cool, it also depends on the car too. So
yeah,
absolutely. if I have like a Toyota Camry or Toyota Corolla, you're not earning money back on that.
No, those things lose value as soon as you drive it off of the lot.
Yeah, I mean same thing with German cars, but German cars like depreciate, but then depending on the car, they kind of go back up, kind of like with my Audi.
Yeah,
I think we talked about that on the podcast.
I think so. Yeah.
where I bought my Audi for 6,000, but then now it's probably worth like 13, 14 ish.
Yeah.
It's stock markets.
Right, and also you've put a lot of work into it too. So like
Yeah.
it's kind of like what you're saying, where because you've added stuff to it and upgrades, it does increase the value. Whereas if you did that with a lot of other cars, other makes and models, it wouldn't necessarily do that.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like trucks are one of those things where it's like some of them you just kind of like, especially. Oh, I had a really big burp coming on. Oh, that hurt my throat.
Yeah, what if it doesn't come out? It's bad.
Oh, I need to drink some water.
Okay. There's I'll just fill the gaps. There's not really any car upgrades for me and Maya, other than like some oil changes coming up. That's like standard.
When we come to see you in the summertime, July, I think it is.
I think so.
I really want to at least ride in the Beetle because I really want to take a little spin in it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I'll be like, Maya, take me for a ride. There's actually there's this I can do research on it. If you ever need to replace the diverter valve or replace the air filter on it whenever that time comes, like especially if it's dirty, let me know because you can actually get an upgrade for it that is the same exact cost as a stock part.
Oh, interesting.
So you can make some cool engine noises and turbo noises for the same price.
Okay, I don't know if Maya would be down for that, but we can definitely see.
It's the same exact thing. It's actually a better quality part because it allows more air into the system, which means you get better fuel economy as well.
Okay.
So you might save yourself like $100 over a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha.
But yeah,
Cool.
if you ever, you know me, if you ever have car questions, just let me know.
Oh yeah, leave a comment down below and say, "Hey Luke, I have XYZ going on," and he'll let you know.
And Caleb will let me know because he reads the comments.
Yeah, I mean, so you don't read the comments on like any video that we put out?
Not on the podcast stuff.
Okay.
I always go under your normal videos and stuff and check them out.
You commented on I posted a Battlefield 2042 clip, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, go viral, go viral, go viral.
viral.
Well, so that was such a cool clip because like I parachuted down from this like tall structure, and I had the crossbow. I just shot a guy in the back with the crossbow as I was parachuting down. It felt really cool.
I feel like that's something that you do in Call of Duty. Like that doesn't really happen in Battlefield.
Yeah, it's totally separate from what the game usually feels like. And I'm a big SMG class lover in Battlefield.
The Bison.
The Bison is top tier. I'm not gonna lie. I've been dabbling with DMRs and assault rifles, but like it's kind of like I only use it for a couple of deaths.
Although I like using DMRs as well, but the M4, if you can't unlock it by level, you have to do like 2 different challenges to unlock it. But with the guns that aren't in Battlefield 2042, like the ones from Battlefield 3 and stuff like that, once you unlock them, you get all the attachments for them.
Yes.
So with the M4, you get all the attachments, and you can also put in your slot of different underbarrels. You can do 3 different grenade launchers. So if you can just put in like a normal grenade launcher, once you run out of ammo, you can switch it to like the bouncing grenade launcher, and you can switch it to the fire one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, so that's why in the cramped game modes, people are always, throwing grenades and stuff. It's people going chung chung and swapping them out.
Yep.
It makes so much sense. So I'm like, yep. My attachments for that are grenade launcher, and bipod. Because once you put the bipod out and you do like a 4x scope, you laser people on full auto.
Yeah. It reminds me of there's a gun from Battlefield 1. That's the World War one. And I forget what the gun's called, but it's a assault rifle, and it's one of the only ones that gets a bipod, and it just lasers people.
Oh, is it like the DP or something like that?
I don't remember. It looks very basic. Like, it looks like just a piece of wood.
Is it the one that has like the big frisbee on top?
No, it's not a light machine gun. It's an assault rifle. I don't remember the name of it, but it just reminds me of that. But yeah, so I'm getting kind of tired of like leveling up the SMGs and getting some of the attachments for them. So I'm kind of branching out and trying some other stuff.
Yeah.
Snipers are kind of difficult. So I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
some of the special weapons. My favorite right now is the crossbow, and I've just been destroying people with it.
Is it a one-hit kill for that one?
At like closer medium range, it's a one hit kill anywhere.
Wow.
But at longer ranges, it only hits them for like 60 out of 100 health. So you gotta like make sure you're targeting someone who's already wounded,
Mm.
or making sure you're getting a headshot. Otherwise, it's not gonna kill him. So
I tried using the shotgun for a little bit. I wish they had more shotguns. I tried using the shotgun. You have to be really close to do a one-hit kill on them.
yeah, it's tough. Like, and I already got my fill of shotguns because there's a one of your sidearms can be like a mini shotgun that holds like three
Oh.
shells. That one's fun. It's called the Super 500.
I don't think I have that one.
It's really fun. It's really fun. It takes forever to unlock like a decent upgrade. Like you can get scopes and stuff, but there is a extended range type of shell. I think you have to kill 100 people with it to get
Oh.
that, so it takes a long time.
I think it's a
Um,
slug round where it's like a big concentrated.
yeah, I think that's what
Something
it
like
is.
that.
But that one's really fun. But yeah, no. So I've been using the crossbow a lot, and other than sights, I think it's 500 kills. You get the next bolt upgrade, and it turns the one bolt, and then you have to reload. It turns that into semi-auto. So I think it's either 3 or 5 bolts you can just fire rapid fire.
Junka,
uh,
junka, junka.
And I think the last one, I don't know how many kills you have to get to unlock that, but I think the last one is exploding
Wow.
or armor piercing. I don't remember, but
Wait for the crossbow?
yeah.
Ah.
Yep. So I've been trying to get that, been trying to grind some of that. So if we do end up playing Battlefield, we can probably try that out.
Yes.
And there's a limited edition game mode going on right now.
XL64.
It's not XL64. It's mini conquest, so it's 16 versus 16, and the maps are a lot smaller, and there's only 3 conquest zones.
Isn't that just Frontline?
I don't know. I never played Frontline.
Frontline's basically the same thing.
Okay. No, isn't Frontline like that's the one where like you control 2 zones and then the attackers push inward and then they just push you back zone by zone?
Yeah, that makes sense. Frontline is kind of more like Rush.
Yeah, it's like
Conquest is
it's like
Conquest.
multi-round rush.
Conquest is when you capture points, you get more respawns or whatever's.
Yeah, like the more
Yeah.
zones you capture, the more you tick down your opponent's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like that, but it's just small. It's like
I haven't
3
played
zones
Clock.
instead of 7.
I've only played Rush, and I've played a handful of games on Frontline. I have not really played any. I think I played one game on Conquest.
Conquest is just too slow, and because like Rush gives you more kills and more
Oh yeah.
encounters.
Whereas Conquest more strategic and planning and stuff. That's like Conquest is good if you're playing with like a group of 4 people and you can kind of bounce off each other and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been my adventures, and also I made a video about this as well. But I got my very first maxed skill in RuneScape a couple weeks ago. I got 99 farming, and that just, I naturally check all my farming patches when I'm at work, so it didn't feel like it took a long time, but it still did take, literally since I got membership like 9 months ago or something like that. So it took almost a year.
Nice.
So that's been really cool, really exciting, and basically the only reward you get for it is you get a cape, which teleports you to the farming guild. So I don't have to use a special necklace to teleport there. I think it costs like 300 coins per teleport. Now I can just wear my cape and just teleport there instantly.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, but other than that, it doesn't give you any like crazy bonuses. It's just a cool looking cape.
Yeah, I don't have any capes. I got a wolf cloak.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, for free to play.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the more expensive. I think there's only like 2 capes that are actually expensive, and that's one of them.
Yeah, because that might be the best in slot cape for free to play.
Don't know.
I don't know. I feel like the capes give you like +1 defense and everything, and that's it.
Yeah, they don't do a lot. That's I'm kind of jealous of the member stuff because your equipment as a member is so much better than free to play.
Honestly, like I think there's the cape I have right now, the Obsidian cape. It gives you +7 for everything. but it's also like 500k, 600k to buy, and it's like the only decent cape until you get the fire cape, which
Fire.
basically every member worth their salt has, and I'm trying to get that. I have all
Did
this. Oh, go ahead.
Did you watch the one inventory slot gameplay?
Yeah, that was insane.
I
Going through
was
the
like
entire game with one inventory
I
slot.
was like sitting on my chair, like grabbing the arms when he was doing that final boss. I'm like, jeez, Louise.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
side
I'm
note.
scared doing that fight with like the proper stats and full inventory and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One
People. One guy was like, I had better stats with normal inventory and stuff, and he's like, I still failed a couple times, and he does it in his first try.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's also had practice in other accounts doing it too.
Yeah,
So,
he's also spent half his life playing RuneScape.
yeah. Me meanwhile, you and I have played we've played for a couple of years, but like we don't play every day for hours and hours.
Yeah, no, it's not our job.
So, that's I've been having my buddy Lego. He's one of my friends that I made in the game. He's like, "You got to do the fire cape, man. I'll give you like all the equipment that you need so you don't have to spend your own money." And like I have all the equipment, so it's not like he's giving me anything that I don't already have or need. But
Mhm.
he's just trying to get me to do it, and I'm
He's
scared
like, do it, do it.
because each run takes like an hour. It takes like 45 minutes to an hour,
Mm,
and I haven't had the courage to do it yet. So
yeah,
I'm just kind of doing regular old stuff.
I'll pass for now. Once you finish the fire cape, that's like, and I'm done playing RuneScape now. Log out.
It's one of like other than doing raids or bossing content, it's like one of the highest milestones that you can
Oh
have
yeah,
for the game for sure.
the lava cape.
Yep, pretty cool. So maybe I'll get that eventually. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Exactly, and I can just be a noob my entire life, which I'm also
Yeah,
completely fine with.
deserved.
I'm going back to free to play in a couple months, because my baby's gonna be born pretty soon,
Yeah,
so
you won't have time.
I won't have time, and also like I'm not spending another $80-$90 for a year's membership.
Yeah.
Maybe
Pass.
maybe it'll. The only way I can conceive it will be worth it is if I'm going to be up at all hours of the night, like when Lua wakes up at like 2 a.m. and she has to go back to sleep. Maybe then, because I can. Shh! Don't tell Maya. But I can play while trying to get her back to sleep.
Nah, I feel like getting a baby back to sleep is more difficult than you think.
And also, I'm going
I've
to be
heard,
exhausted anyway.
yeah, and I've heard stories of it being like, why can't you freaking sleep? Wah!
Shakes baby aggressively. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Concussion. You're sleeping now.
Permanently. No, but yeah.
See, she's been sleeping for 5 years. Oh.
She's gotten very thin.
uh,
Whoops. But yeah, no, yeah, probably going back to free to play. And obviously, there's not as many things to do, but there's still training methods that you can do AFK that kind of scratch that itch of playing RuneScape. Maybe it's
like
not
fishing
Yeah,
and fire making and all that.
exactly, or smithing. Like smithing's a really
Yeah.
big one to do. So yeah, there's all stuff like that.
So can you take all your money from members and just put it into your free to play account?
I mean, it'll be the same account. It just
So
stops
why not
being a
just
member.
why not just like find money making methods, build your cash stack so when you go back to free to play, you'll be able to have like enough money to last you forever.
Well, I agree with you. That is true. However, because there are faster XP methods and higher value items in members, the more I do now and get my skills up now, the better I'll be prepared for when I go back to free to play and it becomes like this grind. So, I mean, as of right now, I think I have like 21, 22 million in the bank. But also that's kind of leftover from when I sold a majority of my items. Because, like, there's this weapon called Osmundton's Fang, and I think it's 48 million coins just for that sword.
Jeez.
So, and I didn't have that money in my bank, so I ended up, I spent a little bit of real world money. Don't tell anyone. But I did spend a little bit of real world money to buy some bonds to transfer into coins to buy that. So, do you want to take a guess how much my bank is worth, even with the inflated value that I bought?
I don't know.
Coins.
I have no idea how to judge your bank, so you can just tell me.
It's like 122 mil,
Jeez.
but like, 40 or 45 of that is from me buying bonds. So, objectively, I've made 80 mil.
You're hardcore stockpiling bonds.
Yeah.
You're like, "Mwah, nope."
Well, I'm not stockpiling them. I bought them and then I immediately traded them to the Grand Exchange for cash.
Gotcha.
It's either that. I mean, and because I have this wealth, what I can do is I can have a really large cash stack, and then as a free to play, I can buy the bond back with gold. Like I can buy a bond for 8 mil, and now I have 2 weeks of membership.
Yeah.
So that's always a possibility if ever I want to like get back into like, ooh, I have a weekend free. I'll play some games.
It's basically the equivalent to a RuneScape battle pass.
Yes.
Earn your money back, and then you can do whatever.
Very true. So yeah, I've been kind of bouncing between playing RuneScape and Battlefield 2042. You know, I've dropped off of playing Halo Infinite for a little bit. Nothing's really, popped out at me in terms of gameplay. I'm excited for Infection. Oh, sorry. Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, I'm still moving on my screen, and you're still good on my screen.
Okay, you're lagging a little bit, but it's okay.
Whoops. Anyway, so yeah, until something really pops in Infinite, like Infection, then I'll go back to it. Or if like all the guys and gals of the Discord want to go play, there's like 6 of us playing, I'll play then. But in terms of me just looking through all my games and being like, what am I gonna play?
Yeah,
probably not right now.
Halo's a party game you want to play with people.
Yeah.
I never really find myself just playing it by myself.
I used to, not anymore.
Maybe for like challenges, but even then it was only for like a handful of games, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play something else now.
Yeah. Yep. And like, there's no way that we'll be able to get all the cosmetics, get all the helmets, get all the visor colors. So it's just kind of like, well, once you get it, you get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, there's a variety that we've already unlocked, so you can always customize those and switch those around to change your character up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even with all the stuff I already have in the game, I'm content with me not needing 100% of the items. I'm just like, yep, I have enough to play around with what my character looks like. So I'm not too concerned about it. The only game that I want to start playing again, because I won't be having lag issues, is PUBG, because before I had to run PUBG on like super low settings and stuff like that, to keep the frame rate running pretty smooth. But now I haven't played it. I haven't even played it yet with my new upgraded parts of my computer.
Ooh.
So I'm curious how well it runs now and see if I'm equally as bad.
Yeah, because the frame rate is everything.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have an ugly looking game but run perfect, which is why I loved playing BattleBit, because BattleBit was such a low texture game. You could run it and have like 100 FPS with zero issues because it's just so low quality and in beta.
Exactly.
So now I can go back and play games that I'm like, yeah, this game used to run like turd on my computer, so let me try it now.
Like Counter-Strike is like that too.
Yeah. I haven't played Counter-Strike in a while.
They just had it up. I don't know if we talked about it last episode or not, but they came out with an update where it's completely graphically enhanced.
I think you just told me about that update. I didn't play it.
Neither have I. I just see a lot of YouTube personalities playing it. Like there's new smoke, there's new gunfire sounds and everything. And CSGO 2 is officially in the works and will be releasing at some point.
Ooh.
So I think it's like 15 years after this one came out.
And they're like, we should probably put out another game.
Yeah. Change up the dynamics a little bit. I think like original CSGO is going to stay around for a while.
Oh, yeah. It's like Team Fortress. You can't kill it.
Team Fortress is actually dying, or has died.
Oh yeah, it has, but people still play it.
That's true.
I still get full lobbies and stuff all the time. Well, I played it a decent amount back in like January. I was playing here and there, and I was getting full lobbies with no bots and stuff.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
definitely smaller, but people are still playing it.
pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the last time I played TF2, it was like when I was in college.
It's still really fun, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I hopped back in and I'm like, ooh, I remember this game. And then I went to the tank and I'm like, oh, I'm so slow. And I went to the scout and I'm like, flash. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, jeez.
I'm so speedy.
My hands are not used to the wonky controls.
It's the same thing in CS:GO, like when you're carrying the Negev
Oh, yeah.
LMG and the Scout. It's like the
It's
Scout
like,
you're zipping around.
scout. It's like, jeez.
Even when scoped in, you're moving fast with the Scout.
Some like when you're carrying the LMG, you're wearing like lead boots, and then when you run around with the scout, you're barefoot.
Yeah, really makes a difference.
Yep.
So for airsoft related news, I have put out two videos of the event that I went to a month or so ago called Northern Fall 2. It's like a post-apocalyptic scenario set in this like alternate future Canada. And so just a little bit of backstory in case you guys want to go watch it. I'm part of the Greater Ohio movement.
Ohio. Imagine.
Yeah, but
Fakies.
this is a feature where Ohio is actually like very important and actually has the power and the military to bring communist Canada into the United States and claim
Wait.
Canada as our own.
Are you saying Ohio helps Canada take over the U.S.?
No, the opposite. So
Oh, I was gonna say. I'm like, jeez.
no, so Canada is communist, and so we're trying to liberate it and bring the territory into the United States to become part of the United States.
Ah.
So, so our faction, the Greater Ohio Movement, is fighting against Hydra. Yes, the very same Hydra that is in the Marvel, comic books and movies, where they are trying to take over the world in their own way. So,
Really?
really,
I don't know about that. I think they're doing a pretty good job with imperialism over everyone else.
you sound like a commie.
Papa ain't raised no red commie.
I must distinguish you. But yeah, no. So I hang out with a group of a couple people. There's Cody, there's Joe, and then there's SWAT guy. Those are our three people in my group.
SWAT guy.
I forget his name. I think he said his name, but then we just never called him that for the rest of the day. And there is scope cam footage. I got my scope camera working this time.
Ooh,
So
nice.
however, just because like sometimes I'll forget to switch it on during some gunfights. In the second episode, so the most recent one that's out right now, that's where the scope cam is shown the most.
I don't know if I saw that one.
The first one definitely is a better episode in terms of what happens in it. So
Yeah, I don't think I saw the last one you put out.
yeah, there's a really cool moment in the first 30 seconds. So that's definitely one of the reasons why to watch it. But yeah, if you want to check that out, guys, it's not on the Netherfire Studios channel. It's on my separate Airsoft channel called Ginger Jesus Airsoft. And Ginger is spelled with a J in the beginning instead of a G. So, and also, like, it'll be linked below, too. So, I got all my paintball and airsoft stuff on there. Luke's looking at it right now, trying to see. If you can comment viral on it, again, that would be great.
Oh, on the part 2?
Yep. That's the one.
Maybe I missed.
Did you miss part 1, too?
I might have. It's got 74 views.
Dude, it exploded.
70 views.
Shut up. And some of my other videos on there have some pretty decent views as well.
Some guy left a comment saying, "This is my first airsoft video I was ever in."
yeah, that's Cody.
I
I
don't like his comment.
I told him about it, and I'm like, I'm posting it because he was badgering me. It was like the day after, like it was, the event happened on Saturday, and
Yep.
on Sunday, I think it was like Sunday afternoon, He's like, "When's it gonna be posted? I want to watch it." And it took me another week to actually edit it and everything. But
You're like,
yeah,
buddy, wait.
chill. So, but yeah,
Nice.
those are out there. They're pretty exciting. They're pretty fun. Oh, don't blind yourself there.
I got flashbanged by Gmail.
Don't do that.
That's what happens.
Is anything going on with you and Christine this weekend? I know you guys had kind of an outing.
Today we went out. We went to go see I believe it's called Good Person with Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman. It was a really good movie, but also like really sad. So I'm like, why do we always see sad movies? And Christine's like, it's okay.
Bro, like honestly, sorry to cut you off, just really quick. That's how Maya is with horror movies. Like we'll just watch horror movies or thrillers all the time. And
See
like, stop.
some of them are fine. Like some horror movies are actually really good, and some of them are just so cheesy. Like there's that new one that's coming out with Russell Crowe, and it looks so bad because they show like 7 jump scares in like the 30-second long trailer.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
It's something with The Exorcist in Italy or something like that, and it's just like you're showing me like the demon like 5 different bodies, so I know what to expect. So I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Like it would have been fine if it's like cut to a dramatic scene, someone's like freaking out in a corner, and at the very end you can be like the lady, her eyes roll back and they go all red at the very end. I'm like, ooh, that would be interesting. But when you show the demon like 5 times, it's like it's a cheesy scare movie again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No thanks.
It's like it's the less you say means more.
It's like the games with the fewer jump scares are better.
Yeah. When it actually means something and there's the build up, or there's like fake outs where you think there's gonna be a jump scare and there's nothing.
Oh yeah.
It leads you to this like false sense of security, and then
And
boom,
you're on edge again, and then they actually do the jump scare, and it's twice as scary.
Exactly.
So speaking of scary movies, did you have you heard about 2 projects that are going on right now with companies that have, one of them has been in the works for years, and the other one is the creator of the Backrooms, Kane Pixels, is in development with some huge horror-based filming companies making like an actual Backrooms movie. I'm expecting it's going to come out late next year at the earliest. So I'm kind of looking forward to that because the Backrooms series is kind of coming to a close, I believe, on YouTube because now he's focusing on the movie itself.
Mm-hmm.
Great series. Go watch the Backrooms in chronological order and then watch Matt Pat theory on it.
The first episode of Backrooms is just iconic.
It's iconic, and it's also kind of creepy how it's like one of the last ones in the actual timeline.
That's true.
Small spoiler. Go watch it. It's worth it. It's like maybe an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes tops, because there's like, honestly, maybe it's an hour long, because there's like 3 episodes that are like 15 minutes, and the rest of them are like 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Like an hour for all of the episodes put together.
Yeah. So it's like a short movie almost.
Yeah.
What you should do is get them all and figure out what Matt Pat's timeline is, and then put the episodes in chronological order and then post it.
That is true.
You should do that. They might do copyright.
Maybe not. I've gotten hit with copyright strikes before, so it's no biggie. The only thing I'm worried about is because like I think there's details in some of the episodes that will only make sense if you watch them from like released oldest to newest. Like even though they might be prequels, they might have information
for a future one.
Yeah, even though they're before that in the chronological timeline.
Yeah. Or maybe just do that. Maybe just take them that he released them in order, compile them together into one video. Because I don't think he's making any more.
That's true. What I can do is I can make one where it's in release date on YouTube, like first to last on the YouTube order, and then make a different video where it's the chronological order.
Ooh. And
then you get 2 videos for the price of 1.
And you'll probably get a lot of views on them because I'm sure people just want a one video compilation of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why people watched my Ruby season 1 and 2 video, or there's like some D&D ones that I made like 8 years ago that
Yep.
scratched that same itch.
Yep. Also, the other movie I want to talk about,
Yeah.
which there's some information on it, but I am not wanting to know what that information is. But Scott Cawthon finally, after 5 years, is officially making a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
About time.
I know, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's also with high-end creators in the horror genres. So they're actually going to make it worth it. Because
Yeah.
he said, I think I've stated this fact on the podcast where has said that if he's going to make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, he's going to make it right.
Well, that's what they all say. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
I mean, it's kind of like with who was it? There's some other director that said that about a movie, and it was a great movie. I can't remember what it was, but seeing Scott Cawthon put that much effort into a whole gaming series over the last 10 years at this point, I think he really wants to nail it for the community because he knows the community is a whole bunch of super nerds about it. So he's like, if I go easy and just kind of be lazy about it, they're gonna rip it apart. So he's like, should probably put my 100% into it.
That's a good point.
So let's hope for that. And it I don't know if there's any release date on it. I can check, but I don't think it's gonna be out anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, what was the most recent game to come out? What was it called?
It's the one in the plaza, the big
Yeah.
building. Security breach. Was it security breach?
I think it was Security Breach. Yeah. That game, like, it was okay, but like it wasn't polished.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also like a completely different play style than the other FNAF games. So I mean, I don't think it's really ruined his reputation as a creator or anything. So hopefully there's still that hype for when he makes the FNAF movie, that the fans will still be around for it. Because I mean, go back to like 2014, 15, 16, 17 when FNAF 1, 2, 3, even when Sister Location came out, it was like mad hype. Everyone was about it. So now that's been like, almost a decade. It's been like 8 or 9 years. And, the product has been kind of diluted a little bit with some of the books kind of going off on these weird tangents that are like canon and non-canon and, what's real and what's not in terms of what's actual story.
As long as it's under the publication of Five Nights at Freddy's and the Scott Cawthon books, those are all canon because Matt Pat uses all of them to figure out his theories and stuff, which also he released a 4-part series on the perfect chronological order of the entire series, and it's super in depth. Like it's one of those videos where you have to turn on your brain. You can't just have it on in the background because it's just fact after fact after fact after fact, and you're just like taking it all in.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, nothing happened.
Nope.
We're back. I forget what train of thought we were on, even though it just happened like 2 seconds ago.
I know it's Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't remember what.
Yeah. So, I remember. So, because Scott Cawthon's train of thought begins when that first game came out, he's gotten so many predictions, and his theories have been so wrong. But as it goes on, he builds off of his mistakes and new information that has come out. So it's easy to follow if you've watched all of them. So hopefully his like timeline compilation is like super cohesive, and obviously old fans are going to be really enjoying that, like me and you.
Oh yeah.
So pretty cool stuff. Me and we just watched a movie called The Others, and it's from like the year 2000, 2001, something like that. It's got Nicole Kidman in it. And it takes place during like 1945. And there's like this family that moves into this house in England or Scotland. I think it's Scotland because I think it's the same physical house that is in 007 Skyfall.
Ooh.
You know the end of the movie where Bond is like in the house and he gets attacked by like all the people. And then Judi Dench, who plays M dies in the cold field. I think it's that same
Spoiler.
house. It's been out for like 10 years. It's fine.
Spoiler alert.
But yeah, no. So it's like this. It's a horror movie, kind of. It's not like gruesome or anything, but it's got twists. It's very twisty.
It's got spooks and scares.
Yeah, kinda, sorta. You got to see it to find out.
See it to believe it.
Yep. So we watched that, and then I convinced Maya to watch The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
Good movie.
Amazing movie, incredible. She kind of fell asleep during the last like 10 or 15 minutes, but the movie was already kind of over at that point anyway. So, and it was also late. It was like 11:30, midnight, or something like that.
I mean, Patriot's a good movie.
Yeah, it's long, but it's worth it.
I haven't seen it in a really long time. It's got Heath Ledger.
It does. Very young Heath Ledger. It's got, Mel Gibson.
No,
So,
really?
Really?
Wow.
Freedom! But that's from a different movie. That's from Braveheart. Another Mel Gibson movie.
Patriot's better in my opinion. I'm also a sucker for like Civil War, Revolutionary War movies.
Oh yeah, 100%. Gettysburg is really good. Gods and Generals is really good.
Really good. There was one with Matthew McConaughey that was pretty good as well. I can't remember the name of it. There's also another one that was kind of recent that was set in that time period that I really liked. But also, like, same thing goes for any war movie in general, like even like World War One, World War Two, Vietnam, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that we saved on our Netflix called, I want to say it's called Narvik, and it's the Norwegian side of the war.
Ooh.
So it's all Norwegian and stuff. It's really cool. It seems really cool. There's another one we saved, but I can't remember what it was called.
1917 is really good. That's a World War
1917
I
is good. That one's good, and then all is quiet on the Western Front is also super duper good because that's like I believe that's the German perspective of it.
Yeah, I want to see that so bad.
Oh, you should. I personally like that more than 1917.
Whoa, that's great. 1917 is a beautiful, gorgeously shot movie that has a good story and action.
There's also that one with Andrew Garfield.
Oh yeah, where he's like a pacifist.
Yeah, he's like not Heartbreak Ridge.
I think that's it.
Is it Heartbreak Ridge?
That feels like it's it. There's like Iwo Jima. He's like a medic.
No, Heartbreak Ridge is 1986.
Oh.
That's Vietnam, it looks like. It has Clint Eastwood.
Okay. What's it called?
Power of Google.
It's not Miracle Man.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. That's
very close.
That's a good movie too.
That's 2016 too. That's an older. That's a good movie.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know if it's the dad spirit in me or if that's something I've had all along, but like I really like action movies, war movies, historical films.
I found a whole list of movies. I'm going to read ones that I enjoy, or just are good in general. Obviously, Saving Private Ryan's good.
Classic. Everyone should see that.
Fury with Brad Pitt in the tanks is really good. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw it once a long time ago.
American Sniper is really good. Letters from Iwo Jima was really good. Windtalkers was good. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah.
There was a lot of them. Dunkirk was confusing to me.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Christopher Nolan always makes good movies, but that one was kind of like, for me.
Yeah. I was like, what? Because I know it's like different different perspectives with different timelines at different points. So I'm like, my brain is not working.
Yeah, it just bounces around too much.
Yeah. A lot of good movies.
Yeah. And like there's some like modern ones mixed in with that. Like American Sniper is, I believe, Iraq.
Yes.
Something like that.
It's like the idea of like traumatization and PTSD and stuff.
Yeah. It's not a war movie, but it's in that same vein that I think, I mean, if you're a guy, it should be required on the test of like to have manhood or whatever. But everyone should watch Master and Commander.
Oh, 100%.
Russell Crowe.
Amazing. To be fair, Russell Crowe's a good actor. So like even like Gladiator and stuff is really good. Was not a fan of him being Zeus.
And not a fan of him being like some random priest in this upcoming horror movie, but you know.
Yeah, whatever that is. But Master and Commander is a really good movie. It's like realistic Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got Vision in it, whatever his name is.
Oh, that's right. He's the doctor.
Yep, he's a doctor in it.
Right. For some reason I thought that was Jude Law.
Yeah, I can kind of understand that too. But it's what's his name? Vision.
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
I don't remember either.
It's also got Billy Boyd in it, who plays Pippin.
Yep. Pippin's in it.
Yep.
I remember seeing that for the first time, like, oh, Hobbit! But you're tall.
When we were like 12 years old, we were like, hey, it's Pippin.
Yeah. Billy Boyd.
But yeah, no, just solid. And like, I mean, there's a bunch of Civil War movies that are really enjoyable. I mean, I said some of them already, but I think it really takes a lot to make a bad war movie.
Yeah. I know that, like, it's also that idea of like historic based movies that also almost seem like a documentary, so you're kind of like learning at the same time, but you're not. No, but you are, but it's not like a straight up documentary where somebody's narrating over the entire thing. It's like an action documentary. I don't know. Hard to explain it.
Yeah. That's kind of how The Patriot was, where there's like the beginning segment is like it's non-combat, and it talks about like the Continental Army and what the fighting is going on in the North is like, because it takes place in South Carolina. So it's like, oh, what's the semi-political side of it? And then it obviously gets into the action and stuff like that. And then the movie ends with like a real historical battle. I mean, it was all pretty much historical, but like an actual final conflict that basically won the war for the rebels, for the revolutionaries. So it's kind of got all of these like outside teaching forces, like telling you what the real life history was, in the middle of it being like an action movie. So yeah, really cool. All those movies we mentioned, go see them. They're really fun.
Go watch them.
Yeah. And then, if you want to watch some horror movies, that's fine too. If you want to watch Despicable Me, go ahead.
Go for it, boy. Go for it.
So I downloaded sorry, I didn't download. I legally, quote unquote, acquired several movies, including The Patriot and the others. But I also got The Prestige, which I have not seen. It's got it's got Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale in it. They're like two magicians that are trying to like one up each other. Other than that, I don't really know what the plot's about. And also I got the 1973 Charlton Heston classic Soylent Green.
I just made a reference to that the other day while I was talking with some friends, and I was like, "They're eating people." Everyone's like, "What?" I'm like, "Never mind."
It's people. It's people. I don't want to say too loudly because mine's back there. We haven't seen it yet.
Oh, that's one of those movies where oh man, it's like one of those classics that nobody really talks about. But they kind of get a little bit. It's called Soylent Green.
It's like a cult classic where like it's not objectively a good movie, but like a lot of people have seen it and know about it.
1973.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I think he also made like a vampire movie. It was like a post-apocalyptic vampire zombie movie. I forget what it's called, but I remember we saw that around the same time.
Yep. I don't remember what that one was called. That one wasn't as good.
Yeah. It's okay. It was like, a zombie apocalypse, but instead of zombies, it's vampires.
Yeah.
That was very interesting too, I guess. But yeah, I also like older movies. It depends on the movie. You have to get yourself in the right frame of mind for it because they're not made in the same way as modern movies are. Even going back to like the 90s and early 2000s, just how movies were made was very different.
Yeah, because like if you think about it, Soylent Green wasn't like if you look at it now, it's like that's an interesting movie. But back in the day, that's one of those movies where it would be like Memento, where you're just like watching the movie, and then like the pinnacle of the movie happens, and you're like, oh, this entire time it was that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
A great example is The Shining. Like The Shining is
Don't
definitely.
spoil it.
No,
Oh
I'm
wait,
not. I'm not.
I'm thinking. Never mind. I'm thinking Silence of the Lambs. I've seen Shining.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Silence of the Lambs either. But yeah, no, The Shining is like a product of its time, where it's like it's filmed and made in such a way that you're like, oh, you can easily say, oh, it's from the '80s or whenever it was made. And they made a whole sequel to it. Doctor Sleep, which is basically the same universe, but it's made like for the modern day.
Yeah,
So,
and it's like 30 years in the future.
yeah, it just feels different.
Yeah, it's a good movie though. Doctor Sleep.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, we have it here.
Ooh. I'll find a way to acquire it.
We have it on DVD because we found it for $1. So I'm like, I'll buy this.
That just goes to show that no one cared about it when it came out. They got immediately put it to $1.
Yeah. I can bring it when we visit you guys. We can pop it in the Xbox and play it.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I don't know if Christine would want to see it again because we saw it last year, I think.
Well, what I have is we can actually put it in my computer because I added a CD drive to my computer, and we can just stream it to the projector.
Ah.
Oh yes, big monies. Big monies, big tech.
Big tech. Big smart.
Linus Tech Tips.
Linus.
Linus.
Lion these
with
nuts.
Whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Do you want to wrap it up?
I guess so, because I don't know how long we've been going for.
Yeah, we've been going for a bit, but trying to give the listeners a little break from last time where it was like almost 2 hours.
That is true.
So, is there anything else that's coming up for you that we can look forward to?
No.
Okay. Me neither. So Maya and I don't know if we have any more like classes for the baby left to do, but a lot of our longer ones we already got through. So hopefully the weekends will be more chore based, or project based around the house. So we have time to actually like prepare for Lua to get here. We actually just did some shopping today. We got some stuff for Lua's room. We went to IKEA and stuff.
I like how you mentioned, like, oh, we're just waiting for Lua to come by. I could just imagine her, like, wearing, like, a top hat, briefcase, and, like, a year-old walking down the street. Hey, yo, Mom, Dad, I'm here. Got my crib ready?
Where my crib at?
Lua's coming to town. Hey, what's up, Ma?
We got some cute clothes for her today. There's, like, a discount baby clothing store. I think it goes from babies up until 10 years old. But, like, when people have their kids, they don't really have anything to do with their massive quantities of clothing. So they just bring them in tubs to the store, and they sell it for a cheaper price, but the store turns around and makes a profit out of it. And, there was 2 shirts that we got that were $1.50 each.
Wow.
And everything else was like $3.50, $4.50.
Jeez.
So very cheap, very discounted, and a huge variety because it's like all these different sizes of baby. No matter what color you want, what season you want, it's all there. It's better than like going to Carter's or some specialty baby store where you're paying like $10 for one pajama.
Yeah, one pajama that's gonna last 6 months.
If that, because babies grow quick.
Mm-hmm. They get big quick, buddy.
Oh yeah. We went to IKEA. We were trying to find some like side tables for Maya's nursing area because she's trying to make this whole corner of Lua's room be a dedicated nursing area. So we're like just looking for a table to hold supplies and just kind of have a surface for her to use. So we found a rug, and also we got some picture frames that were fairly cheap when compared to some of the options at Walmart or Amazon. So, oh, you can see them here. So,
Ooh.
sorry, it's kind of blurry, but on the top we have they're all puzzles, by the way. These are all puzzles that Maya put together.
Ooh.
But we got Avatar: The Last Airbender, episodes 4, 5, 6. I don't know where my finger's going.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6 of Star Wars, and then there's like just a basic one at the bottom there where it's like all the characters from across the.
So it's
movies.
a puzzle that you can turn into a picture on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, it's just meant to be, just a regular old puzzle that you make, but we decided to glue them and frame them so we can actually like put them up.
Have them be long term.
Yeah, exactly.
That way, instead of buying pictures, you already have the picture done because it's a puzzle.
Yeah, and Maya loves doing puzzles too, so it's kind of a win-win.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we did. We're just getting prepared for when Lua arrives.
And then you'll be like, oh, wait, I forgot to do all these other things.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
there's one more thing. Totally not baby related. In about a month, I'm seeing The Devil Wears Prada and August Burns Red play here in Pittsburgh. So it's gonna be exciting.
Exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a
Didn't
real jam.
you see Devil's Prada like last year?
No, that was Demon Hunter, Fit for a King, I Prevail.
Under Oath?
Nope,
Is that Under Oath?
I saw Under Oath in 2018.
Gotcha.
No. Wait.
I think Under Oath.
No, I did see Under Oath in 2018 because I was dating Maya and it was me, her, Noah, and then like 2 or 3 of his friends. That was a long time ago. That was like 4 years ago.
Oh.
But last year it was for concerts that me and Maya went to. We both went to Red. We both went to Demon Hunter, and then I went with a work friend to Fit for a King and I Prevail.
Gotcha.
So this is the first time I'm seeing August Burns Red live, and the first time in a decade that I've seen Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, 'cause it's a whole new band basically at this point.
Oh, 100%. And they're gonna play their classics, which I am here for.
Yeah.
But they're also gonna play new stuff, which I'm also hyped.
I'm also like, I don't care what you guys play, just play it.
If they played their album Color Decay, if they
They're going to. They just released it.
Yeah, it'll be.
Hey, skip number 25. You know it.
It's terrible. Get out of here.
We don't want that. Take it off the record.
Leave.
Don't come back.
Never come back.
Leave.
No. Yeah, that's exciting. That's something that's coming out in a month. So 2 episodes from now, hopefully it'll be around the time that I'm going to
have an update for it.
And the because everything's 15 minutes away in Pittsburgh, it's only going to take me like 20 minutes to get there.
Yeah. That's the thing about a big city is that granted there's more of a chance to find something close. It just really just depends on traffic. And that's it.
Yeah.
There's no time available is not there. It's just other people.
Right. And of course I'm going to get there early cuz
of course. Of course. Why would you not get that? All right. Oh my gosh.
I might get there late because I don't know the other band. I even forget the name of the band that's playing with them. But if they're probably opening.
The opener band?
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't care, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'll still watch them, but I'll still get there early. Who cares?
Watch it just because you paid for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what when I went to the Fit for a King concert, me and my friend and the group that we were with, we just skipped the first band.
Yeah, like nah.
We just got beers and went to the bathroom and hung out and talked, and we just we heard them in the background, but we were out in the hallway just kind of like vibing.
Yeah.
And it was the first band too, so we're like we're gonna save all of our energy for later, and we did.
Yeah, you're like, nah, we can skip them.
Yeah. But yeah, well, it's been another Super Soda Bros podcast with your boys, the brothers, the Soda Bros.
The Soda Bros. I'm Dr. Pepper.
I'm Mr. Creamy Soda.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't know if that's a good nickname, dude.
What about you be Dr. Pepper, I be Dr. Thunder.
The cheap knockoff that is okay.
It's not a knockoff. It's its own thing.
Oh, assuming that it. So store brands are their own brand.
True.
Why?
That's why they're called store brands.
That shouldn't be a thing.
Why not? They make money.
Why not? Because I said so. So stop at Walmart. You don't belong.
Okay, I'll stop.
Gotcha.
Got me. I am Walmart.
All right.
I am the big business.
I am save money, live better.
I am the science.
Science rules.
Ouchie. Dr. Fauci.
Ouchie, Dr. Fauci. All right, everyone. I guess that is the end of this episode. Tune in next time when Caleb talks about balls and basketballs and soccer balls and footballs because he's really into sports.
I love all the sports. I love touching balls.
Balls. BAUUUUULLLS. All right. Caleb, do you smell bacon?
I smell balls.
Bye.